Main one is Barbara Castle. She was a Labour woman MP at a time when there were hardly any women MPs of any party. At that point, most of the women MPs in history had come from the Labour Party, and she was pioneering, helped bring in equal pay, but she was also a former pupil of the same school that I went to school at. So I always feel a little bit of kinship with her as I'm sort of trotting around the House of Commons.
Peaches Golding, who is, she was the first black High Sheriff of Bristol and is currently the first black Lord Lieutenant as well. And I think she is quite a visible, prominent person within Bristol now, but I think not enough people know her and know her story and her background, and also I think it's really important that we've got somebody more from a BME background in those sorts of positions as well.
A Christian Englishwoman named Edwina Gately, and Edwina is a writer and she's a deeply spiritual feminist, and Edwina inspired me through reading her book to go to Chicago in the winter to work as a volunteer in a safe house that she'd set up for female prostitutes. Because of that experience, the time I spent there, I changed my life and set up a charity here in Bristol working with those marginalised women.
One for me is to support each other and to be kind to each other. I think we're living in a world where there's bigger things out there that we all need to be fighting together.
Well, I agree that a lot has changed and improved over the 100 years, but what more needs to change when women have the courage to report rape and sexual abuse, particularly the women sex workers. Too often in court they will suffer character assassination. They will not be believed and they will lose the case. And this injustice must change.
Because violence against women and girls is one of the biggest causes and consequences of gender inequality. If every woman was free to concentrate on her talents instead of her fears, if everybody's mother, sister, daughter, aunt, friend and colleague was able to concentrate on their job. I would like every man to imagine that, and then to make sure that they lived every single day of their lives never ever colluding with the world where there is violence against women.
The next thing I'd like to see happen is more women being in leadership positions and being sort of at the top. I think it's still a very male-dominated society in both the university, in Bristol, generally in the world as leaders, and I think it's really important that women are themselves as leaders. They're authentic leaders and they're not trying to be something else, but that they get a chance to be at that table and they get a chance to have their say.
An awful lot of women are held back or hold themselves back because of lack of confidence or lack of opportunity. And if every single day, every single one of us, men and women, but again I'm going to put the onus mostly on men, told a woman what they thought was fantastic about her abilities, her potential, her qualities, her values, and do it every day.
I want to see women have the courage of their convictions and stand up for what they really believe.